In the heart of Kibera, one of Africa's largest informal settlements, lies a story of resilience, hope, and empowerment. Meet Steve Nzusa, affectionately known as Baba Yao, the founder of SMAP Consultancy.
I'm called Stephen Nzusa Mwemendo jina ID. Alafu, I keep on insisting wase wangali jina ya mwisho. Mwema. It's not the Kamba one, ile ya Kiswahili. So I think somehow my parents knew this guy needs to go into doing things that are good for the community. And I hail from Kibra, actually born and raised there. That's my hood. That's the hood that gave me the passion that I have. It's actually a whole calling. And that same hood gave me an opportunity to really try a lot of different ideas. Now, so out of all introduction, I am just a servant. So even if I mention 1,000 things that I do, the truth is Stephen Nzusa Mwema is just a servant. And that servanthood is what people have nicknamed Baba Yao. Because I'm forever out there for people. I'm forever running around on behalf of people. Even right now after this, I'm just running around even after now. But the truth is, I feel like I was called to stand in the gap. So the name Baba Yao came immediately. I started standing in the gap on behalf of children that didn't have fees, on behalf of young people that didn't have work, unemployed, others did not have opportunities or platforms, on behalf of mothers who didn't know what they could do to sustain themselves or family in their small entrepreneurship ways, on behalf of widows, and then on behalf of orphans. Let me just say, I think for everything someone would call a problem, I found a solution. But the solution was not a one-time thing. It was just an idea, a program that can sustain that solution for long. Because everything that we go through as humans, more so where I come from, that is Kibra, you can't solve it once. And even if you partners many times, you can't solve it once. So it's like a long-term solution. It needs to be a plan, a mapping, towards one day, in your presence or in your absence, these people won't be going through what you found them going through. So me, I grew into it. I grew into kulikuwa crime, kulikuwa pombe, and quite a number of issues around drugs and everything. Then kulikuwa matters around unemployment and the like. Sports was not a big deal back then. Ulikuwa unaweza piga talanta but hakuna place inapeleka. Kulikuwa na a lot of kids who didn't even have the chance, opportunity to be in school and the like. So for each and all that, even into crime, the thoughts that we came through for me and my friends, I'm always at the front, but I'm a believer of working with others. I will bring them on board. Let's figure out how to move forward. So over the years, I had to think, hizi vitu mingi sizikuwe chini ya umbrella moja. There are too many. And that's how now Steve became a CEO of SMAP Consultancy Group. Because we needed to figure out. Steve is being introduced by everything. Oh, ako huku, mpaka anaanza kukosa form, eh? But how do you go like, this is Steve? So Steve is a vessel that works with his company, with a couple of friends, called SMAP Consultancy Group, availing opportunities for different communities.
Determined to make a difference, Steve founded SMAP Consultancy, an organization born out of his own need for help and his desire to provide opportunities for others.
SMAP Consultancy Group has been born out of, or before, I already did other companies. But these other companies were for sustainability. But the story behind SMAP is that over time, I looked at how many programs I'm involved in, how many programs I've started, how many programs I've handed over. And when I say program, it's a whole organization. It's not an idea, then I gave it. No, I've gone, we've registered, we've handled it for 2-3 years. It's already now at a level where it can run itself, and I hand it over back to the community. And one day, someone sat me down and asked me, Steve, if today you were to either define yourself or introduce yourself, how easy it is. And I couldn't, believe me. I started talking to them and I realized I'm mentioning everything. They're becoming too many as I'm talking. And he told me, that's what I mean. In the world you're in, even if this is your world, and at a certain point you're going to leave a legacy of this. The truth is, people will not remember you for the many things you're mentioning, but create one that they'll be under. Each of them, every leader, every organization, every partner, every network, every person you're consulting for, please do one thing. So I sat down and thought about it, and I went like, and this I'm gonna confess, I was not good at being helped. Mimi sijazoea kusaidika. Ati sasa nitasema, my boss, you handle this for me, I'll handle this. No, I feel like I overwork, so I keep on doing so much that every time I think of someone who needs to help me, I go like, I'm overwhelmed. Because I might not seated here and a couple of days that as does fiti, just because I need to handle things all the way to 3 to 4 in the morning and everything. But then you hear someone say, I want to work with you, and you go like, are you able to stay for at least 3, 4, 5 days? No sleeping, we handle people. And someone, usingizi ni muhimu, it's healthy. So once you see them, they've seen the healthy of it. But me, I'm seeing, tutawacha vitu hanging. So that is how I thought, how do I get help? SMAP was born because I needed help.
Felix Dragon, one of SMAP's beneficiaries, discovered the organization through a friend. Today, he is a skilled photographer mentored by Steve himself.
Nilijua photo start SMAP through a friend, anaitwa Steve kama Steve. So nilijua through a friend, anakuanga na space hapo Kariobangi, so alitu introduce tukiwa na classes of photography. That's where I met Steve. Steve amekuwa kama mentor wangu, so tangu hapo tupatane. Ameni receive fiti, tumekuwa tukijani naye through, ameni guide kwa story na photography na filmmaking. Ameni pe opportunities, like hizi opportunities mingi zenye na do now ni kwa sababu yake. So my journey pia imekuwa tu tukingangana hivyo.
Nelia Sotieno, another beneficiary, found her way to SMAP and credits the program for changing her life through structured training in photography, videography, and other skills. She has found a path to self-employment.
Then nilikuwa nimepata kama ndo nimemaliza high school na nilikuwa nimetoka theater. So kuna this friend of mine ndo akanipigia akaniambia kuna class ya photography na go on, and back nikiwa mtoi I used to have an interest cause mimi sijui kujibonga unless I take a photo. Yeah, so tukabonga na yeye, akaenda akaongea na msi alikuwa organize anaitwa Saimo, akamwambia mimi ni sister yake. Ndo nikaingia cause ilikuwa I think ilikuwa nini mradi ya kuchukua mafootballers wafundishwe about photography. But mimi sasa kukam kama sister yake ikakuwa an opportunity to me to get the chance. Yeah, na hivyo ndo nilianza class run for 6 months.
SMAP's activities range from skill training to mentorship, empowering individuals to take control of their future. The beneficiaries undergo a rigorous vetting process, ensuring they are committed to making positive changes.
Tuko na vetting system, na hii vetting system ni ya kigeto mbaya. Ni ile nye unaendaga church, unaambia wasee wa church, who are the young people that are available and would want to do something and seriously do it. Ni ile idea unaingia kwa organization, unawaambia wale wase wamekaa kuuliza help hapa na mumeweka in the list in waiting ni kina nani. Ni ile unaingia shule ya kawaida, unauliza mwalimu ni nani akujagi shule juu hawezi lipa fee na ameshindwa cha kufanya. Same school unauliza nani alimada form 4 na hana form. Shule mwenyewe, because school has data that nobody picks. Kwanza the teachers wanakuwa na data ingine, alafu yeye ni data hata kabla angalie pale kwa registry anakupatia story attached to huo mtu kwao ni kubaya kuko tata. So by the time they're giving you this, you are vetting, you're looking at the point of need. There's needy and there's extra needy. I love working with extra needy because needy, most of them are in a position whereby isive bado life yake itapata advantage fulani. Kuna mali atajipata tu. Maru extra needy, I think Kiswahili wanamuita way high. Yani msee amefika level la juu cha kudu. ama ni wapi naweza pata help. Chief, unafika, hakuna siku tenda kwa chief umuulize naweza okorea nani, anakogani kama sasa umempatia. Yani hiyo ndo topic anapenda. Machief ndio wanaweza bonga na anakutajia by jina, by family, by what, kitu aliwasolvia, kitu aliwaandikia leta nini. You realize that person is needy. By the time you get to the level of literally yourself wanting to meet someone on the road, hakuna your time, because organization imekusolve. Churches ni mob is Islam, na hakuna church haina watu needy. To be very honest, people go to church not even to receive the gospel. Mtu anafaa angalia kitu fiti, wanaendaga kutafuta help. So churches hujua wase wanahitaji help. Ukiingia kwa chieftain, hizi ni information utapata. Ukiingia organizations daily, I can assure you daily kuna walk-ins. Hata hapa kuna walk-ins. Msitu walk-in, tulikuwa mnapiga interview pale nje na boyeli kama kapita, baadaye alikuwa amekamtu kuuliza nyinyi udu. Nilimpata tu kundani nyinyi udu. Na akatajua vitu za madema, akatajua nini, akauliza mimi kama boy nimezeeka kidogo, help gani naweza pata hapa ndani. Those walk-ins, any organization you go to always kosa. So those are the people you now do a mobilization for. When they come, if you need referral for the next class, for the next project, for the next program, usipitie tena ile barabara. Hawa wenye umedeal na wao, a needy person knows a needy person.
But the journey hasn't been easy. Steve and his team face significant challenges, from finding trustworthy people to ensuring beneficiaries stay on the right path.
Hakuna kudos ndio vitu ziranfiti. As I'm talking, Abdi anamaliza paliuko apige return. The other day, this is the third day, Michael is not even around. He's doing conveyancing and everything out of Nairobi and still running SMAP wherever he is. It's not easy. To be very honest, our greatest challenge, I will not paint what people paint. Oh, sisi ni resources na nini. No, I'm not a crybaby, but I'll tell you the truth. Our greatest challenge is having people who can believe in us and invest in us. And not invest in us to get money back. No. Put money for what you wanted to do, and it will be done the correct way. Say that I want to sponsor 10 kids. And because you don't trust the teacher to send them the money, because you won't get good receipt works, follow-up, evaluations and everything about your children that you're sponsoring, put into SMAP. Even if you're not putting anything overboard, let SMAP do that for you and give you every feedback to the shilling. Having people that will believe, this is done right, I want to be part of it, is how I look at it. So our greatest challenge is beyond what people are looking for, because every organization I know, every company I know, they want to go like, we don't have money, give us money and everything. But if you are given money and you do not have the structure on accountability and everything, then you won't even do what the work that is meant to be done. So for me, number one, kulala ni ngumu, sisi hatulalagi. Number two, na hii ni testimony, siwezi sema juu shetani atachukua advantage. Ugonjwa hatuelewage, yuko because fatigue, pains and everything. At the start of this year, I spent so much time in hospital and nobody even knew because my team covered me. But I was in hospital so much. I've just mentioned it and I've felt teary. I'm a guy, I don't cry, but I felt teary. Why? It reached a point where the doctor said this might be cancer this year, because it was so much back and forth with hospital and pain and everything. And then, my team went like, we cover him, we continue with work as he gets his treatment. For me to come out of hospital matters 5 months later. And 5 months later, my team can talk about it. I went back to work like nothing was lost. As we do this with total dedication. Our other greatest challenge is people that we help that either are not appreciative. We don't want them to appreciate us. Let them appreciate others. You know the ripple effect? I took you through school. Please take another person through school. Don't give me the money, but that other person you know. So you will find you are in a community, and as you do all these, others will go through well. Then kuna ule tu msetu ameamua tu hapa mimi niko kudosika, organizationally or a person. So wewe unatafuta do, ukileta do kidogo mkikam kuangalia accounting, unafanya accounting ukimwangalia, hey, atuoni 200k, atuoni, you know, people who will do it right is our greatest challenge. Who is there in this country, in this world, who can do it right? And by right, you don't need to be religious like me. Me, I love God. Me, I don't hide about it. Me, yangu, I do it because I fear the one who created me and gave me life. But where, do it right for your community. Are we giving you money? Are we donating to you? Are we building you a structure? Are we paying fees? Are we building you the school? Are we doing a center for you? Are we bringing IT and every computer that you need? Do it right for the sake of your community. I would even, I think, underline that. That's a great challenge for us. Like finding faithful people that will serve community the right way. Yani akiwaona haoni kuwatoanisha ama kutoanisha community. Anaona kuserve community vile sisi userve community. A fully dedication to that. And I feel like the last one, which is what I said is not a big deal for us, I'll just mention it as a fifth and the last around there, is I feel like if we add more resources to what we have, more resources to what we are creating out of our company and everything, more resources from a donor, a philanthropist, or someone who says we want to do this and we want to do it right, where we go and do the small one, we could do a big one. Where we go and do a small center, we could do a big center. Where we go pay fees, we could pay fees for more. So it's resources attached to help. That's why it's a huge challenge, but not a challenge whereby I need the money. I need to make that as clear as possible. It's not a challenge where Steve needs the money. It's a challenge where I have the need, where the money can go to. Because every single day we have needs. Leo hata ijaisha, simu wangu ni fani, ningeifungua tu hapa. Ni already niko na ngori kama 2. Leo sijui tutadoza aje, tuna food, tuna nini. Ulisema by January mnaweza sponsor watu wangu na nini. Yes. You get that? So the needs are many, but the resources are minimal. So for us, I look at it that way. Our greatest challenge is a positive one. The needs are there. But how many people will join hands with us to help those people, be there for them, and to have solutions that are sustainable? Beyond that and every other thing, challenges zingine ni zenye tu mwanaume upitia na decide. Mimi nimedala angry mara mob sana. Mpaka naambia God leo umeamanifestishe. Na hiyo day bado umetoka kusupport watu.
People start out strong but lose focus along the way. It is not easy to find people who are committed to doing the right thing, but we keep going because we believe in the potential of this community.
So Steve has been a role model to me because I founded Miss Coach in 2001, but all along he's been inspiring me all along, just to make sure that even the Miss Kibera that was founded around 2004, he was part of it. So all along we've been walking the journey together with him, and he is an icon. What I can say is that Steve is an icon. Despite his height and everything, but he's an icon. He's one such person who penetrates like everywhere. In all these slums, you'll just find Steve there, talking to the reformists, talking to like everyone else. And he's so passionate about photography. He likes telling his stories using photography. And even when we were founding this organization, I had a consultation with him. Because at first, we started in 2020 during COVID. And I told him that at first I used to work in Kibera all along. But I had a consultation with him, and then I asked him whether I can have another organization in Korogosho because of the restrictions, the COVID restrictions. So he okayed me, and then here we are. Now we are 4 years into this, and he's been all along mentoring us in terms of writing proposals, talking to us, talking to the partners. He has also referred us to some serious donors. And we're so happy because apart from the individual donors who have been supporting this, he has given us 2 donors who are really supporting us in terms of photography, in terms of content creation. So he's someone that I would give him a flower when he's still alive.
The impact is evident. Beneficiaries like Felix and Nelius are now self-employed, using their skills to create better lives for themselves and their families.
Aliniadopt, mimi ni mtoto wake sahi. So from there, akanishika mkono till on date. We are still together in everything I do. Actually, sai niko na a different career. I'm in class sai.
The moment unamuona tu hivi hata kama vitu haziko sawa, una feel tu uko sawa because ana inspire hope, na the same way pia opportunities, ni mtu opportunities mingi.
Steve's vision does not stop here. His motivation is rooted in seeing his community thrive. His dream is to run the largest safe house or childcare center in Kibera.
This might not be the first time I've ever been asked this, but I've never had any other perfect answer, if not the calling itself. It's God. No, it's God. Because allow me to say this, because a lot of people look at us as leaders, or the story you're doing that I'm a hero. A lot of us look at us as heroes that do not have pain, do not give up. Now I look straight at the camera and I'll say we give up. We give up every day at 12 usiku. Sisi will give up. Then at 12:01 we get more grace to continue. Hey, I can assure you that unafika jioni unajiuliza na hiyo yote nitafanya aje? Then at 12:01 you start thinking, now what if nipigie labda hata Felo, ama Nelly, ama nipigie Steve, ama nipigie Mswaki. If I call one person, nipigie Ben, what if nipigie Pastor Ezekiel, Bishop tu, nikipigia Bishop ataniambia aje? Na immediately usiku, because of respect, you lift your phone and they go like, hiyo ni kidogo Steve, kesho kujia ofisi, and then you're back to normal and you go like, that's my motivation. Truthfully, my motivation comes from God. He has a way that He has made me a problem solver by the network that He's given me through and through, by the prayer warriors He's given me through and through. Every single day, I will tell you, motivation wish at 12 sayo. Na sijui mbona naiwekaga specific 12, but inafikaga 12 una realize hata ukiwa nje ama hata kwa hao unajiambia ni kunoma. Then somewhere too from nowhere you have the solution. From the call, from the text you sent, from the email you sent. Me, I know emails that came after sijui mwaka ama mwaka mbili uliwaandikiaga na wakakwambia we will get back to you. Usha get back in 2 years. Uli give up, uliwacha, umesahau, ulikasirika, uko na watu wananichezea sana, then 2 years later uko na problem ya ile exact amount. Hawa tunawatoaje kwa ngori? You wanna give up and everything. Ting, you check your phone, email Steve, sorry we have gotten back to you late, but we are ready to donate the $500,000. Hey, ile problem solution. I am motivated by how God has used me as a vessel. Every day I know He's there. Kitambo ningesema mom, but mom passed on 3-4 years ago. But mom used to pray for me. Hata kwa uzee wangu, hakuna simu mom angepiga tukiwa hapa ningewaambia kateni kitu kidogo mama niombe, because it will be a prayer. Ni God uni motivate. Ni God uni. And then my second part of the motivation, which is away from any human being, because to end up to keep gloat and be proudful. Whatever motivates me is when people are smiling when I found them crying. Huyo mtu mwenye nilipata akiwa orphan, sasa anaishi fiti kwa center, anavaa fiti kuniliko, anakula fiti kuniliko. That's my motivation. Huyo mother widow mwenye tumebadilisha mpaka hao tumemjengea, that's my motivation. Huyo mbuda mwenye hata ajui ocha ataenda when and everything, na tukapata space to come sort, that's my motivation. Hiyo community yenye walikuwa kilia huku drugs ni kibao kidogo, wanaanza kusema sasa hata tumeanza kushindwa wa vijana wamekuwa tu much active, tufanye nini nao? That's my motivation.
From a community in need to a hub of hope, SMAP Consultancy is more than an organization. It is a testament to the power of mentorship, training, and a shared commitment to change.
My biggest dream is to run the biggest safe house or children's center in this world. Looking up at Mulis and everyone who's run 1,500 children at a time. Like, do you know what it feels to feed to 1,500 in a day? I said if I ever limit myself, I'll do 3,000 children in that safe house. And they will go through the whole system, bit by bit, for them to become, the wording we tell them, be a president, be a director, be a boss and everything. They will be, because now they'll be going through all the experience I have. I'll put it into one system to run the biggest safe household center for children. 3,000 is minimum and above. And immediately they are going through the center, I can assure you, you're talking of 20-30 years from now, akitoka center kwa hiyo 20-30 years anaingia kwa primary kwa hapo. Free primary education. Free, none of them will be paid. Free high school next. Hakuna cha kumtoa hapo unampeleka shule kwa mbali. High school next. Free university. Notice I've not said college, because none of them will fail in that center. To university level. Then job placement and all these many other things. Growing with people to become the best of their best of what God had in store for them is what I'll do in the near future. I will run the biggest center in this world, not Kenya. I have done my research. I know what it means to carry people's burdens. I can assure you the amount of work that is in this head, the mapping of the center that have its own social amenities, that it has its own amphitheaters, it has its own spaces of rest and children play parks and everything. It's a small town, but for needy people that I've picked from every space I can in this world, not just Kenya. Is it Philippines that have a needy person whom they don't know what will happen, refer, I'll bring. Is it Uganda near here? Is it Tanzania? Is it SA? Give me that needy person, because what I will create as a town will be their own town, where they will grow and reach a level and say, I'm walking out of this town a better person than I was found, to better the world where I come from.